Here's how to improve your property's value. If you've got a white van, or one of your close neighbours has got a white van, have some magnetic signage made up before your evaluation that advertises that van as an overpriced Airbnb. Because, that way the evaluator is going to recognise that there's a current market for people that wish to sleep in this area at night time, and instead of deducting £500, they'll potentially add the value of a night in the back of a tranny to your house. Send lots of letters to your local police station, dobbing your neighbours' kids for graffiti, vandalism, muggings in the area, because that way the amount of unsolved crimes goes down in the area, in your neighbourhood, on your road and that, and that's going to make your local police look like they're more effective, meaning they've got better statistics, which also means your road is suddenly a better and safer place to live. Before a evaluator comes around, put loads of empty bottles outside the local houses so it looks like there's a local milkman. This will, make them think, oh, how quaint, and it'll add a couple of quid to the value. But do it exactly as I say to all the houses. Don't get lazy in it and just pay a kid to dump a load, because they'll just dump a load outside like 2 fucking houses. And if you put a load of empty glass bottles outside of only a couple houses on your road, the valuator's probably going to think there's something like a fucking leaky gas pipe or something in the area, and then they're going to deduct money from your overall sum. Red's a colour that's used in advertising and marketing, innit? So paint every wall in your house red, outside, inside, ceilings, hard floors, red light bulbs, and red carpets too, if you can afford it, go the whole hog. Make up a couple of fake parcels to leave in your hallway with the addresses on of your neighbours, because that way it'll make it look like a friendly road where everyone trusts each other to look after their post. Record a neighbour getting undressed, then project that footage from your garden onto any neighbour's window who's got light-coloured blinds or curtains drawn, because people will be more willing to pay a little extra for the chance of a little peep show come night time. Either choose, a sexually attractive neighbour, like a good-looking woman or a good-looking man, or one with a good sense of humour, or just a fucking proper weird-looking ugly one. Because if they're pretty fit, right, they'll sell the view for you, obviously, I don't need to explain that one. And if they've got a good sense of humour, they might laugh it off if they do find out. And they may end up hitting it off with your new buyer because they've got something to talk to them about. Or, don't be expecting me to get dressed in front of you all the time. What you doing Saturday? This sort of thing is something that a person who's undergoing a huge life change, like moving house, will be grateful for, that little bit of help. And if they're a weird-looking munter, then maybe a buyer might buy the house in the hopes of setting up some sort of weird niche YouTube channel where they think they can film this weird, ugly woman across the road getting dressed in a bedroom window every night. Maybe they're going to commentate on it, like the voices in Pete said from Pete vs. Life. Won't take up too much of your time, boss. Just wanted to say thank you for listening, mate. I appreciate you giving it the time of day, I know you've probably got a lot of other stuff you could listen to. So to listen to me ramble on about what I assume is just utter shite, then, that's fucking mad, mate. If you feel like you want to learn more, or I say learn loosely, if you're interested in reading my ebooks, mate, give them a go. There'll be a link in the thing below. The link will also link you to all my other stuff, like stuff I've made out of rats and other radio shows as well that I've done. I'll let you get back on. If your valuation's on a sunny day, right, invest in some black cake icing, roll it out, and then use it to hide any double yellows on your road, in the morning. Parking can be a massive fucking problem in it on a lot of estates, and the additional area that you could use for vans, coaches, and second-hand ambulances, I don't know what you've got. This might really appeal though to your buyers, if they think they can leave the old van that they used to use when they were younger, but they can't really quite part with it, or the weird camper van that they've got, that they like to park on a hillside every now and then, but now they don't have to park it on a hillside and make the wife suspicious of why they're always going off to the moors in that fucking van. Now they can leave the van outside the house and sort of repair that relationship they've started to destroy with the wife. You know what I mean? You're helping them as well. If you've got a couple of scruffy neighbours, right, sneak into their gardens in the night time and remove the old couches, trim the grass and the hedges, all before the sun rises and before your valuer comes at 10 in the morning. If you buy new carpets, right, double the amount you need and just double it over when you lay it, like fold it into itself. That way, the new buyer can get 2 lifetimes out of the same carpet if they need to. Moving house, right? That's expensive enough anyway, innit? Most people are aware of this, and carpets are fucking well there, like especially to first-time buyers as well, when they've had to take out all these unexpected costs because it's their first time buying a house, and you might have not thought, oh, I thought it'd only cost this much to do that, but actually it's cost double. And also, there's the chance to acknowledge your home's new USP. Because now you can effectively raise the ceiling in a room, because people love a lofty room. And plus, if you can be to the evaluator, oh, you came last year and I've managed to actually increase the ceiling height by 2 inches, does that give me anything for a bit of extra volume of space in the room? Get a bit of a couple extra quid there, For those of you that can't pick up the sounds, who aren't watching this on the Patreon video, I just rub my thumb and fingers together as if that's going to get picked up. Add a fake door to a wall outside your house, a small door in it, like a hatch, and then seal the edges, right, by welding it to an also fake frame and attach that to your house wall, because this might intrigue a buyer into buying your house off you, and potentially giving you a higher offer than what you've asked for or what you would think you would get for it, because their curiosity is purely getting the better of them, and they can't help themselves but wonder, oh my god, what's in that door they've never managed to get into? I could get into that well easily with this fucking pair of bolt cutters or angle grinder that I've got, because I'm well to do, because I'm in the building game. And that's the end of this week's Here's How.